Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? So apparently there's a trend and it has to do with the prepping community. And they are preparing for a societal collapse after 2024. Now, typically, we are the ones, the people of the prepared mind, are the individuals who proactively prepare to survive emergencies like natural disasters without government assistance, right? But there are some of us who are worried, and we're worried about a political disaster more so than a natural disaster. So there is a small group of survivalists, okay, and they are concerned. They are concerned that the presidential election could cause a society to collapse. I'm not sure what to think about this because the people that were I'll leave the link in the description box below, but I guess the people that were like surveyed, I was never surveyed, but anyway, have you ever got one of these surveys? I've never gotten them, so I really wish they would say, this is where we surveyed people and, things like that so they can get their data or whatever. But, they're they think that the collapse, because if the government is run by former 45, they think that we're going to have a societal collapse if he gets back in. I myself don't see that coming, but I do see it coming if one of them stays in. You know what I'm saying? If this one stays in. So allegedly, there is a growing number of people on both sides of the fence, political fence, that is, who are preparing for the possibility of a collapse of society following 2024. And one person said that in the face of an apocalypse, okay, they want to come out and calmly help people. They want to be able to create a society that instead of wanting to, take out people, they understand that our interdependence and create a better society. Okay, I can see that. They want to rebuild society, things like that. That's fine. But other preppers fear widespread looting sparked by 2024 selection, if you will, due to hatred and anger. So they are preparing for the worst. I guess I can see where they're coming from, but not if 45 gets back in, only if the current stays in. In the past, we haven't really seen this type of angst, if you will, of, well, if this one gets in, we're going to have a societal collapse. If this one stays in, we're going to have a societal collapse. I honestly don't remember ever seeing or hearing anything like this ever. But there's almost 30% of Americans that are reportedly taking more steps towards emergency preparedness last year, which is a rise from 25% in 2017. So there's a guy, his name is Brad Garrett, and he said that he's a prepping expert and he's also an author. He said on the left, you have people that are afraid 45 is going to declare himself a dictator of the United States, and people on the left are going to end up as targets in some sort of authoritarian system. I don't see that. I really don't see that. But some people are actually saying this. And then he said, then on the right, it's like a general like fear of society unraveling, and they point to these smash and grab robberies, the riots, the protests, the unrest that we're seeing right now, that it's only going to escalate and it's going to get much worse. A perceived failure of government, which is honestly what we're seeing right now, is almost always the trigger for people to begin preparing. Okay, the pandemic for one. Look where all the toilet paper went, all the hand sanitizer and stuff like that. Okay. especially as younger people lose trust in the government. And that's the impetus for all of us, I guess you can say. We saw something, we felt that the government could not or would not help us. So the number of people purposely preparing for a crisis from another 45, 46 election is growing. On one hand, people think that 45 may bring a new world order and they will come and get us, so we need to be ready. Again, I don't see it, I don't feel it, but other people do. And then you have the other side. And on the other hand, you have communities who think things will get just worse. So we have to help ourselves. Well, sure. They always say prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Right. So preparing reflects Americans' concerns about the future. 67% of Americans think that the country is either facing big problems or in the most trouble that it's ever been in. I happen to agree with that. Some more extreme preppers, if you will, have said that the election could cause a full-blown war. It depends, in my opinion. There is a retired U.S. Air Force colonel. His name is Drew Miller. He is preparing for a full societal collapse. He said there could easily be a civil war during a 45-46 election. And he is referencing the violent 2020 clashes in Portland between federal agents dispatched by 45 against BLM protesters who shot fireworks at some of the officers. But no matter what happens, okay, one thing seems certain. There are more of us becoming prepared now, more so than ever before. So, do you agree that we will see a societal collapse on 45 or on 46? I'm seeing it with a 46. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Okay. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less and always prepare for the worst, but wish for the best. You know, it's just the way that I feel that it would be best, you know? All right, guys. Ciao.